Unbelievable! Incredible! Unbelievable!
Save! And Spark are champions! Good up, Pepe! Goal!
It doesn't get any better than that!
Good afternoon and welcome to Travers Island. It's the site of New York Athletic Club for this APSL Metropolitan Conference matchup. I'm James Burley. Brian Barral is behind the camera. It's New York Athletic Club and SC Vistula Garfield here on the banks of Pelham Bay. The wind picking up as it usually does on this beautiful Sunday, September fall afternoon. The start of the APSL Metro season is upon us, and both of these teams have a couple games in their back pocket and are looking for their first win. Of course, today's Game and Frame is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit Petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. Thank you to Petrobax, and also thank you to the CSL. Today's Game and Frame broadcast of the American Premier Soccer League, is sponsored by the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. With 4 competitive divisions, over 90 teams, and a pathway via promotion to this APSL, there is no better option for NYC clubs looking to enter the soccer pyramid than the CSL. Just moments away from kickoff between New York Athletic Club and SC Vistula Garfield. Don't go anywhere on Game and Frame.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back to Travers Island on the site of New York Athletic Club. SC Vistula Garfield makes the trek across the Hudson River just outside of the Big Apple for this test against New York Athletic Club. Both of these teams finished joint on 21 points, tied between 7th, 8th, and 9th place last season in the APSL Metro table. Level on 21 points, also with Central Park Rangers FC. 3 points out of the relegation zone for both of these sides, although they both were free from relegation the last few matches going into that final day. Now, start of the season hasn't fared a whole lot better. Both of these teams looking for their first win, both joint bottom of the table in 2025-26 with 0 points to their name. New York Athletic Club, a couple of losses. They opened up the season with a 4-1 loss to Lansdowne Yonkers, where Nabil Kawasmi, who gets the start tonight, got a consolation goal late in that one, and then followed it up by a 2-0 loss to debutants this season, Liros SC, who are currently second behind fellow debutants New York International. As for the visitors, just the one game on this season, also to New York International, a 3-2 loss that they were down 3-0 and actually came back to make it 3-2, avoided an embarrassing loss and made it really tight with a second half brace from Paul Kondratowicz. And we're just almost underway here on Travers Island. The starting 11 for the visitors. In goal, it's Aldo Munoz. In front of him, Nicholas Cosdron, Paul Kondratowicz, Christopher Kondratowicz, Gabe DiPiero, Kijan Davis, Gabriel Costa, Roberto Chernez, Kevin Valdivia, Igor Trajewski, and Alvaro Rodriguez. On the bench, player, coach, and reigning top scorer of the Metropolitan Division in APSL with 19 goals is Christopher Kars. On the opposite side, in goal, it's player coach Vasilios Dimopoulos for NYAC. As they kick us off, we are underway at Travers Island. Match day 3 for New York Athletic Club. Second game of the year for the visitors. Across the back from right to left, it's Shane Reed, as well as Brandon Golden, Jacob Dennison, and Curtis Oberg. In the middle is Humbert Ferrer and Jack Mulher, who wears the captain's band today. Two newer players that are settling into the club, as told to me by player coach Vasilios Dimopoulos, who gets the start in goal today. A couple of German goalkeepers this NYAC team has that are unavailable today in Tom Wallenstein and Peter Wenzel. And then the midfield three, in the attacking part of midfield, that is Umar Farouk Osman, the right winger. I've seen him play for this Nyack team several times in the past few seasons. And then in the attacking midfield, it's Leighton Purchase. And then on the left, it's Enrique Montana III. And as mentioned up front, it's Nabil Kawasmi, the only goal scorer this season for New York Athletic Club. And attacking front three, the right midfielder, the left midfielder, and the attacking midfielder, all with great collegiate resumes to their name. Umar Farouk Osman, formerly of Michigan, graduating in 2022. Leighton Purchase played 4 years at Stanford, was a Pac-12 champion before transferring over to UMass for his graduate year. And then on the left is Enrique Montana, who was a two-time ACC and two-time NCAA champion with Clemson. It's pushing this one forward early for the visitors is Kondratowicz, and now be something on here for Vistula. It's an early shot that is easy work for Vasilios Dimopoulos. That was Valdivia off the right wing position. Got that one started. Here's Ferrer, the Barcelona native. Now Dennison. Golden. Oberg looking long down the line for Montana, who corrals this. Good bit of footwork to get around the defender, but ran out of real estate on the touchline, or the byline rather. That's out for a goal kick. It's an impressive amount of attacking power on the pitch for New York Athletic Club, a team that has only got one goal through their 2 games this season and really struggled to score goals last year. 27 was the worst in the APSL Metro in 22 matches. Finished with a goal difference of minus 22. Hoping to turn things around starting today with a winnable game at home against SC Vistula. It's good playing out of the back from the visitors there is Keyshawn Davis. Avoiding the challenge from Purchase. Davis now into the middle forward. Aldivia playing out wide. Here's Gabe DiPiero. The former Drew University midfielder plays it back inside Kozdron. Bounces and letting fly from distance is Gabriel Costa. And it was a good idea from SC Vistula, their first of the contest, but that one sails high and wide for a goal kick.
Hey guys, you got anybody that can grab the ball?
Almost 4 minutes in here. Still seeing two teams that have played each other regularly over the past few seasons in this league. Two teams that have fought for survival in this league. Now starting to get used to each other once again. Here's Mulher. Switching. Here's Osman. Has Reed overlapping instead. Backwards for Dennison. Those two combine again. Osman now charging at the defense. Some contact initiated there from Igor Trashevsky, but no foul given from the referee, and an early ball from Kozdron the other way. Just didn't quite link up with his players. And again, Dimopoulos out of the back, the former NC State goalkeeper turned player coach, a couple of player coaches. And this one, Christopher Carr is of course on the bench to start for the visitors. Purchase couldn't hold on to that one, and it's dispossessed, picked up and cleared by Munoz off the pass from Rodriguez, the former Ramapo College defender. Mulher wearing the captain's armband today, despite the fact that his player coach is also starting. The former UNH turned Sacred Heart man and formerly played with Lansdowne Yonkers, another rival in this division. Here's Ferrer. Humbert Ferrer, once the All-MAC rookie, playing with the Iona Gales in 2015, and Barcelona native. Just down the road in New Rochelle. Now forward for Kawasmi. Nabil Kawasmi turns. Here's Oberg. Defended by Alvaro Rodriguez, and now getting involved with that challenge was Costa. Conceding a throw in their own territory is Vistula. Nabil Kawasmi gets the start, the lone goal scorer on the season thus far for New York Athletic Club. He's replacing something of big shoes in Ryan Hilke, who led NYAC in goals last year with 8. And a team that already struggled to score goals is going to have to find them from a new source, at least on the top end, as he's not going to be available. It's a foul whistled out of the back against Vistula. Kawasmi, formerly of the Westchester Flames and Concordia College, actually signed for a team in Germany following his college days, and we're making his way back to the States, and briefly with SV Memelsdorf. Here's Trashevsky. Early switch, DiPiero. Good first touch from the former Drew University midfielder. Now Trashevsky again. Couldn't link up with Costa there. Intercepted by Mulher, and now forward for Osman. It's a good recovery from Trashevsky to slow things down. Here's Reed. Oberg. Trying to bounce off of Montana. That was purchased, but didn't make the ensuing run, and now it falls back for Chris Kondratowicz. Playing back is Brandon Golden, the former Rutgers and Fordham man. As pressure there was Paul Kondratowicz, who did enough to get his foot in the way, but knocked it out for a goal kick. The pressure early there was Dimopoulos. One out of the air. The bounce by Kondratowicz, and that Through ball for Costa, but the flag is going to come up. A tug of the shirt as well from Golden, but the referee was on the offside decision first, and rightfully so. Costa didn't know anything about his offside position. The early ball is won out by the visitors again. Just sloppy in possession. Lovely feet. Nicholas Cosdron, the former NJIT man, thought about the through ball a couple times, but instead plays it back out wide. Rodriguez. Early ball in behind is a good one from Roberto Chernez, the former Bloomfield College and Montclair State University defender, but the run, I think that was Valdivia, just didn't quite link up with it, and instead Mulher can start things the other way. Osman steps into the half space and bounces this one back for Dennison. Stepping from the right back position is Yannick Rees here. Puts in an early cross. Has got no runners there at the back post, but it's a good step into midfield, and Aldo Munoz collects, and he's going to go long early. In the direction of Valdivia, Curtis Oberg is there to knock it away. Valdivia, formerly from Hawthorne, New Jersey, by way of Peru. The Felician University man, and recently signed with FC Nikarm in Armenia. Forward in the direction of Usman, but Munoz is there off his line to collect, and never looked like troubling him that much. Early on, still 0-0 between New York Athletic Club and SC Vistula Garfield of New Jersey. Both teams climbed their way through the ranks of their respective regional leagues, and for Nyack it was the Cosmos Soccer League, and that eventually found their way to the semi-professional ranks. It's a good run from Cosdron. The flag is down over Dimopoulos. The goalkeeper did just enough to put off the forward and knock that one out. It was a good ball as well from Chris Kondratowicz. It's the best look of the game thus far, just right down the heart of defense for Vistula. It's Cosdron who made the run from attacking midfield on that early ball from Kondratowicz. And Dimopoulos did enough to just close down the angle and force Cosdron into an early shot that did enough to force it wide. And if you're Dimopoulos in the New York Athletic Club backline, you have to hope that that's a bit of a wake-up call and you don't see another moment like that. Vistula deals with some pressure at the back, and Roberto Chernez finds Cosdron open, and he can turn. Vistula attacking with some intent now. Here's Gabe DiPiero. Valdivia looking to turn. That touch let him down a little bit. Dennison was there to cut it out. Here's Mulher. It's Jacob Dennison, the former Loyola Maryland defender. Kondratowicz does well to win that one. Traszewski can play to Chris Kondratowicz, or rather, that's Paul in front and Chris in the back. Chernez for the ball in the direction of DiPiero, but Rees was there to cut it out. Exchanging long balls now the other way. Kawasmi challenges Chernez, but it's brought down by New York Athletic Club. Purchase looking for Enrique Montana III. Here's the former two-time NCAA champion with the Clemson Tigers, Montana, dancing. still with it. Now back for Oberg in a crossing position. Floated to the back post. Osman is there, and he got a head to it, but couldn't redirect it back on frame. It's going to be a goal kick. Just a flash, really, of what this attacking front four for New York Athletic Club is capable of. Just an early ball from Purchase, and Montana did a little bit of dancing in tight space and was able to create a crossing chance for Oberg. As it's a lovely bit of footwork from Di Piero to get around Yannick Rees, the former Brandeis right back. Valdivia. Valdivia again trying to turn on Mulher. No foul given from the referee, and Costa now can switch. This calls John filling in on the left wing. Early ball for Paul Kondratowicz. Just got over his head and looping at the back post for Valdivia, but Dimopoulos quick off his line to collect there again. It's not a bit of a hospital ball through the middle, and now going the other way are Vistula. That was Di Piero, who was back into the penalty area. It needed to be a good challenge from Jacob Dennison, and it was, to cut out the danger. Here's Humbert Ferrer. Paul Kondratowicz fights with him. Late sliding challenge from Cosdron, and that's the one that's whistled after what looked like maybe a couple of fouls in there. We're going to float this one down the wing and follows to the left back, Kejon Davis, who wriggles his way through two red shirts there with a bit of trickery. And he's got space again, and Di Piero to his left. Back for Davis. This time runs out of room. Yannick Rees is there to win it. Now forward for Osman. They could be in a little trouble without a left back there, but just falls off the former Michigan man's foot. Now to the foot of Montana. Early ball for Osman. Good numbers here for Nayak. The cross was looking for Kawasmi, but recovering was Chernez, who's rightfully livid with the lack of care taken in possession with his midfielders there. And now it's going to be the first corner of the contest for either side, and it goes the way of New York Athletic Club. Mulher stands over it for an outswinger. Ferrer, a target in the box. It's went the direction of Montana, but was cleared away calmly and held up beautifully by Kondratowicz. That was Paul looking for Alvaro Rodriguez, who was making a run down the right flank, but Oberg was there to cut it out, and now stuck it in their own defensive third once again, or Vistula. That long throw deflected off of Ferrer and into Kevin Valdivia, and out now for another New York Athletic Club throw. Here's Ferrer. Whistle there for a foul throw, I think, on Curtis Oberg, and he's going to give him another opportunity to throw that back in. This time they look forward. Here's Kawasmi trying to turn on Chris Kondratowicz. The challenge came in, but didn't snuff it out fully, and now Munoz is there to catch it, and just clipped by Osman, and foul given out of the back for Vistula. SC Vistula Garfield, just one of two New Jersey teams in the APSL Metropolitan Conference this season. The other being, of course, Hoboken FC. Climbed through the ranks of the Garden State Soccer League, and they still have teams fielding, as that's Di Piero looking for Paul Kondratowicz, and that one just goes over his head, as well as the head of Valdivia. Whereas New York Athletic Club climb through the ranks of the Cosmos Soccer League, where their reserves just played in Division 1 just moments ago on this pitch to a 4-1 victory. And now both of these teams have made a habit of staying in this division, and that has not come without challenges, of course. I remember a decision day victory, or rather a draw that felt like a victory for New York Athletic Club. 85th minute equalizing goal from Nemanja Danic off the cross from Matthew Contino kept them alive in the APSL Metro 2 seasons ago on 20 points. They stayed alive last season on 21 points and did just enough to stay up year after year. And they're looking for their first points of 2025-26 today at home against a hungry and talented SC Vistula Garfield team that's also looking for their first points of the year. Ferrer bounces off Reese. And here's Dennison. Here's Brandon Golden. And now Montana. Former Seattle Sounders Youth Academy product turned Tacoma Defiance professional. And then national champion with Clemson. Montana on the ball again. Here's Oberg. New York Athletic Club looking good in possession. The cross coming in from Montana was in the direction of Purchase. Costa was there to cut it out, and Kondratowicz to clear. Valdivia holds this one up for the visitors. Here's Davis. Goes drawn. And switched now for Alvaro Rodriguez. Valdivia on the turn. Met by Mulher. It's good defending from the New York Athletic Club captain to win possession back. Mulher with a tough first touch. Almost dealt with it. Instead falls back to the shirts in navy blue. It's Roberto Chernez, the Jersey City native. Inside, Kondratowicz steps back from the number 9 position, but it's won by Leighton Purchase, and an early ball into Kawasmi. Defended well by Kondratowicz, but only as far as Umar Farouk Osman, a former Gatorade Player of the Year at the Hotchkiss School in Connecticut. Here's Reese. Good cross. That was Chernez who got his head to it and cleared by Keyshawn Davis. Inadvertently flicked on by Mulher, and now Costa. He's got a 2v3. He's going to let fly from distance. And it's an easy enough save from Dimopoulos, but that could have been a really dangerous, unfortunate scenario for the home side. Got away with one there. Now through for Purchase, who fills in on the left flank. Ball gets over the head of Kondratowicz. Davis can't clear. Kawasmi is there, and now Davis will knock it away. And Chernez did all he could to keep it in, but it's out for another corner. The second corner of the afternoon for either side. The second corner for New York Athletic Club, and they're going to go quickly here. Oberg. Montana on the overlap. Driven in, deflected away by Chernez. Montana does well. Just so talented, gifted in possession, Enrique Montana. And now inside for Ferrer. Around Kozdron. Purchase completes the switch. Here's Yannick Rees. Back for Reese. Inside, Osman bounces to Purchase. Again for Osman, just couldn't hold on to it the way he did, but regains possession. Former Accra, Ghana native. Down the flank for Reese. And a foul whistled. This one's going to go against Humbert Ferrer, but he also took an arm from Gabriel Costa up high. Just confident in possession, this New York Athletic Club team. They love dictating the pace of play with the ball on the ground and have been good in tight spaces, but just got a little bit too sloppy trying to switch back through the midfield there, and Ferrer paid the price with the foul, and unfortunately it took some contact in it as well. There's Costa. Early ball in for Paul Kondratowicz. The flag does come up though. It was a brilliant first touch. The Vistula forward on a looping ball in behind, just cushioned it beautifully off his right foot. The flag was up early. Good officiating from the far side assistant referee. And Dimopoulos gets us back underway. It's been a couple times now, though, that New York Athletic Club looked vulnerable by that ball over the top. And that time they were bailed out again, this time by the offside flag. Montana, it's a good challenge from Alvaro Rodriguez to shore out the lurch forward from the danger man in Montana. Now Di Piero around the lunge of Ferrer. Now looking to switch to Rodriguez, but Oberg was there to cut it out. And now Montana can go the other way. One out of the air by Kejon Davis there. Traszewski. Costa. Both teams still feeling each other out in this stage of the match, and it's been an interesting match to this point. It's been an interesting season to this point. As we mentioned, that two debutants, two recently promoted sides in New York International FC and Liros SC are both the two leading teams in the table. New York International finishing second in the Cosmos Soccer League's first division last year, got promoted, and currently got 2 wins out of 2, including a 3-2 win over Vistula. A brace from Joshua Adajokun, and his 5 goals through 2 matches are currently at the top of the APSL across any division, but certainly in the Metropolitan division as well. And on the other hand, Liros SC did get a 2-0 win a week ago today over New York Athletic Club. This being the first home match, though, for New York Athletic Club. They're hoping the home field advantage brings some help as Oberg is in to a crossing position, but the flag does come up on the near side for offside. Liros were second place in the Long Island Soccer Football League's top flight last season and earned promotion into the APSL. Going down, of course, was Kid Super Samba and Manhattan Celtic, who were one of the better teams in the APSL, actually a top 4 finish, got into the playoffs and pushed New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms to the brink in that semi-final, but ultimately lost 3-1 in a tough battle to the eventual league and playoff champions. But went down on their own volition and now have quite the battle in the CSL Division 1. The switch for Montana. Early driven ball in the direction of Purchase is won first by Chris Kondratowicz, and foul issued there. Aldo Munoz. He's been the goalkeeper for this SC Vistula team for some time now, and former TSF Academy goalkeeper sends that one forward. Referee was all over that contact between Mulher and Kozjron, but saw nothing in it, and equally kept his whistle to his side for the battle between Traszewski and Purchase. But now Vistula could have numbers forward. Di Piero wanted Paul Kondratowicz, but just played it in behind the forward, and it's won again by the shirts in red. Ferrer. Mulher switches under the pressure of Paul Kondratowicz, and now Oberg can play out wider for Montana. The overlapping run from Oberg is a good one, and he's in a crossing position again. Back from Mulher. He's going to launch this one forward. Leighton Purchase was the target, but again, just a difficult one to deal with, and picked up once again by the visitors. Hasn't looked quite fully put together for either side to this point. The one thing that Vistula will want to avoid is getting caught in transition. Osman, Montana, Purchase running at you with numbers is not something that they'll want to have to deal with. And likewise for the home side, it's those early balls in behind that have caused them problems, as Aldo Munoz sets this one out of his feet. It's Gabe Di Piero. He's got Kozjron overlapping and filling in the space in the middle is Di Piero. Wanted to play back out wide for Kozjron, but couldn't link that one up, and it's out for another throw. More than a half hour into this one, scoreless at Travers Island on site at New York Athletic Club. The home side, Nyack, hasn't found the breakthrough. A couple of shots have gone the way of Vasilios Dimopoulos, still waiting for the first shot from the home side. We've been here before at New York Athletic Club where the first half didn't necessarily get fans jumping out of their seats, but the second half, and rather the final few minutes of the second half, gave us something to remember. The wind picking up, as it often does. The breeze coming in from the bay. It's out wide for Reese. This was cut out by Traszewski, but Kawasmi was there to ultimately corral it in the corner. For Osman. The lunge from Davis. And that time he does win the ball, but only as far as the near touchline, out for another throw. Touch off the chest of Yannick Reese, just let him down a little bit. And possession won again by Vistula. Early ball forward from Kozjron. Kondratowicz bounces back to him. And the switch in the direction of Alvaro Rodriguez evades the pressure from Curtis Oberg. And he's content to just knock that out for another throw in recovery. Folks, be sure to tune in to Game and Frame's slate of APSL matches after this. Kicking off at 4 p.m., New York International FC, the current league leaders, take on Doxa. That one kicking off at 4 on Game and Frame. Also kicking off at 4, it's the other New Jersey side. Hoboken FC take on Zum Schneider. And then the nightcap, New York Pancyprian Freedoms against Central Park Rangers. That one kicking off at 8 p.m. from Belson Stadium on Game and Frame. All three matches in APSL Metro play. A big Sunday soccer day in the Big Apple. Osman flicks lovely for Reese, who fills in on the right flank. Inside for Mulher, it's a lovely ball. Mulher could be in. Jack Mulher, what a save from Munoz, but that bounces back off the face of Nabil Kawasmi for the opening goal. That's the first real bit of incisive play from the home side, and they've carved out space in the Vistula defense. It ended up being a brilliant save from Munoz, but a fortunate bounce means New York Athletic Club have the lead. It's Nabil Kawasmi's second goal of the year, and a bit of a fortunate one off the foot of Munoz. Clatters onto his forehead and into the back of the net for a 1-0 lead to the home side. Just more than a half hour in. It's a 34th minute tally. And a very welcome 1-0 lead to New York Athletic Club. Good ball from Kozjon down the left flank for Di Piero. Can he keep this in here? Just couldn't quite. Didn't want to just put his foot through it and force it across. That wasn't there. Tried to keep it in and maintain possession. Just ran out of real estate. And now let's see how the visitors respond to going down once again. They climbed all the way back, down 3-0 to lose 3-2 to New York International in their opening match. Calls drawn inside for Costa. That's a foul from Mulher. Just a late challenge, taking out Gabriel Costa, and Mulher's got to be a bit careful here. That's a couple of fouls on him already. And height is certainly something that this Vistula team has something they can work with. Chernez, Kondratowicz, Costa, all potential targets for a Nicholas Kozjon cross here. One thing that wasn't an issue in 2024-25 for Vistula was scoring goals in the way that it was for their opposition today. Yet they are down 1-0 on the road. It's Kozjon's cross. Instead, he's going to go for goal, and that one never looked like it was on target, just pushed it wide. Had Vasilios Dimopoulos scrambling, but ultimately not in his way. A long throw from Kozjon into Paul Kondratowicz. Dimopoulos quick off his line to collect. The player coach does well again there. Has had to make two proper saves, although neither one was all that troubling. The only save that Munoz has made, unfortunately, led to the goal that he's conceded. That was the first shot on target off the foot of Jack Mulher. Forward for Osman and Mulher, and that's lovely football from New York Athletic Club. Reese can play to Kawasmi. And the referee had advantage played, but said advantage was unseen after the ball was given away by Yannick Reese. But Dennison forward for Osman. Wanted to cross it in to Kawasmi, and now I think Jack Mulher drawing at Robert Chernez off of that late challenge, and the whistle's going to come, and rightfully so. The referee's gone back to that initial foul and has shown yellow. Captain Mulher just has not fully gotten back to his feet. And a little bit of pushing and shoving after the play now. It's Umar Farouk Osman in the center of it, just going to stand up for his captain. Still words and soft shoves being exchanged as Mulher still on the seat of his pants after that challenge. Unclear what the decision from the referee was that saw that whistle be blown and the card eventually shown to Chernez. Was there a foul against Vistula in that moment? Will we see a drop ball? It's a bit unclear at the moment. I think it is going to be a drop ball. I think the referee just wanted to stop things to avoid the game from getting out of control, and I'm not sure if that has worked out to his design. Right now, tension's picking up just a little bit as we approach halftime at Travers Island. And it will be a drop ball, and back to the foot of Jacob Dennison. Jack Mulhare looks like he's going to be able to continue. Here's the goal scorer, Kawasmi, for Montana. Here's Oberg. Was looking back for Montana, but Alvaro Rodriguez got in the way. Oberg clipped him. It will be a foul. Game and Frame wants to thank its sponsors. Today's broadcast is brought to you by Petrobax, your gateway to Spain and Portugal. From unforgettable vacations to exclusive soccer group trips, Petrobax gets you closer to the action, the culture, and the biggest teams on the Iberian Peninsula. Visit petrobax.com and start planning your dream trip today. Also want to remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast of the American Premier Soccer League is sponsored by the Cosmopolitan Soccer League. With 4 competitive divisions, over 90 teams, and a pathway via promotion to the APSL, there is no better option for New York City clubs looking to enter the New York City soccer pyramid than the CSL. Thank you to our sponsors.
Put a penny on, please.
For this Game and Frame broadcast, it's New York Athletic Club 1 at home over SC Vistula Garfield early in the 2025-26 APSL Metro season. I'm James Burley. Brian Barral is behind the camera. So whistle is there. Alvaro Rodriguez still down after that earlier challenge. Looks like we're going to see our first substitution of the afternoon. Hasn't necessarily been a chippy game to this point, but certainly starting to trend that way with some of the challenges that have flown in the last 5 to 10 minutes, and Rodriguez, a fortunate victim of that there. He's going to have to come off in this moment.
You guys got a sub card for him?
I'll fill it out in a second. I have it.
You're coming in, right? Yep. Go to the middle, please, first, before you get in.
Just looking to prepare this substitution. The visitors. To the 42nd minute we go in Travers Island. Unfortunate injury to Alvaro Rodriguez, who had his hands full defending Enrique Montana, but pretty confident and as well as successful for most of the match to this point. The former Cliffside Park High School and Ramapo College defender. Rodriguez just favoring that left knee as he steps off. It's going to be Jonathan Sanchez to enter, and we'll see how this affects the Vistula setup. Looks like there's going to be some, whether it's a change of shape or if the personnel is going to be moved all the way around the pitch, there's going to be some changes here for the visitors as they chase this lead held by New York Athletic Club.
This might be tough for him to walk, you know? I'm sure I'll do it. He's coming, sorry. You know the gentleman's name, right? No, he needs you.
And we're just about back underway after a lengthy stoppage due to that injury, but they've played it back to Kajon Davis, and we are underway. Jonathan Sanchez gets his first touches on the ball. He steps into central midfield, and it looks like Igor Traszewski goes to the right back position. Those are the changes ahead of the break for Vistula. Again, we've seen this Vistula team go down after a difficult first half and clawed their way back into a competitive game, down 3-0 to New York International. A couple of Paul Kontradowitz goals brought them back into the game. But again, they're going to have to do it away from home. Still yet to play their first home match. Vistula, as New York Athletic Club plays in what is their home opener of 2025. The switch from Humbert Ferrer, I thought about it, but instead is going to stay in the middle for Oberg, who steps in. Looking in behind for Farouk Osman, and it was a good ball from Oberg, but just got out of his reach and into the arms of the goalkeeper. Long ball looking for Kontradowitz is one out of the air by Dennison. Ferrer was uncontested in the middle. Leighton Purchase is going to be whistled for tug of the shirt on Jonathan Sanchez there. Free kick for Vistula the other way. Carlos John wanted to put Kevin Valdivia in behind, but a little bit too much muscle on that one, and it's out for another goal kick. Talk about how both of these teams finished level on points last season, both narrowly avoided relegation. For Vistula, it looked a little bit more precarious than it did for New York Athletic Club. They picked up 5 points, crucially, in their final 4 games of the season. A win on the road at Manhattan Celtic, especially, was of note. Manhattan Celtic, who, of course, finished in the top 4 last season, and then a couple of draws against Central Park Rangers and Richmond County to close out the year confirmed that they would be safe. Still looking for their first points of the season after an early loss, and on trailing again on the road. Ferrer thought about a shot from distance. This time he does let it fly. It was Chris Kontradowitz who stepped in front, but now it falls for Montana into the penalty area. Trajewski defending the cross back. Looking for Purchase, who turns. It's a good slide from Chernez to block that away. Now Sanchez to clear, gets around the lunge of Ferrer, but the recovery defense from Montana was good. Mohair switches for Osman. Davis showing him the flank, but it's a good sliding challenge from Keyshawn Davis to concede the 3rd throw-in of the afternoon. Less than a minute is the message from the referee in this first half. It's going to be Mohair, the captain, again. The outswinger from the captain is cleared away by Di Piero. Falls for Risu. Wanted to go for the spectacular. Didn't catch it well, but that is going to be the halftime whistle. After 45 minutes at Travers Island, it's the home side, New York Athletic Club, with a 1-0 lead over SC Vistula Garfield. Mohair was in behind, but Aldo Munoz had a good right kick save to it, but it corralled into the face of Nabil Kouasmi, whose 34th minute goal is the difference. Here after 45 minutes is New York Athletic Club 1, SC Vistula Garfield 0.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back to Travers Island, the site of New York Athletic Club. It's the home side, New York Athletic Club, with a 1-0 lead over SC Vistula Garfield after 45 minutes of play. It was a 34th minute tally from the starting forward, Nabil Kawasmi, the former Westchester Flames Concordia College man. Took a deflection off a saved shot back into the face, and it trickled in over the line and to the back of the net. And we're back underway now as Vistula get us started in the second 45. That's Jonathan Sanchez, who's dispossessed early. And Kawasmi plays for Leighton Purchase. Purchase with a driven strike. Aldo Munoz had to do well with. Now Costa. Early switch from Kozdron right into the path of Yannick Rice. It's an errant touch from Dennison, however. Paul Kondratowicz. Now Kevin Valdivia looking to start something down the other way, but it's defended well in recovery from Dennison. And the captain Mulher, who played through a couple of knocks in the first half, can get it out to safe haven. Demopoulos looking early. Kawasmi got the first touch to it. Kondratowicz on his back. That's Chris Kondratowicz, and now Montana early. The run from midfield is Humbert Ferrer. Here's Montana again. It's Curtis Oberg. Ferrer. Things looking tight on this near side. The ball inside for Purchase. Wanted to lay it off for Kawasmi. Vistula can't clear, but the flag is up on the far side. Leighton Purchase was in an offside position, and that one comes back. Former Pac-12 champion in 2020. Leighton Purchase made his way to the Atlantic 10, came to the East Coast with UMass for his final year of collegiate eligibility. Here's Ferrer. Brandon Golden, the two-time Fordham University defender. Had a stint at Rutgers in between a couple of stints with the Rams, as that ball from Oberg trickles out for a goal kick. A few substitutes getting ready for New York Athletic Club. We'll see when Stelios Dimopoulos, his surrogate, goes to his substitutes. It's Sean Kane, Stefanos Andrakis, as well as William Pierce, the Australian, getting loose on this side. Kondratowicz looked to clear, but got caught under his feet. Instead, he's going to employ Munoz, who can only get it as far as Mulher. And Davis gets involved. It's another throw deep in enemy territory for Nyack. Throw coming in from Mulher was for Kawasmi. He goes to ground, but the referee saw all of it. Munoz looking long down this right side for DiPiero. That was Oberg who won it out of the air. Kraszewski, under siege from two red shirts, knocks that one out off Montana. The press has been pretty imposing from New York Athletic Club this second half. And the ball bounces away from DiPiero. Bert Ferrer. Back for the goalkeeper, Dimopoulos. Flicked on by Montana, but one out of the air by Kraszewski. Throw down the line from Oberg. It's good body positioning from Kawasmi, and now Montana can pick up the loose one in the box. Good back heel for Kawasmi. It falls for Purchase, who strikes. What a save from Munoz. Full extension to his left to deny Leighton Purchase. The danger not fully averted yet. Through ball from Ferrer is defended well by Jonathan Sanchez, who draws the foul off Mulher. And avoiding a big chance. And let's see Vistula Garfield. It's a lovely save from Aldo Munoz of what was lovely football from New York Athletic Club. It was Kawasmi who used his body to keep possession. It was the back heel from Montana, and the eventual strike from Purchase was a good one. Struck it well. The save was even better. And now DiPiero can go the other way. Gabe DiPiero cutting inside, avoiding two challenges, and now the foul will come in. I think he played through two different fouls. Gabe DiPiero did lovely footwork, and now the card's going to come out of the pocket, I believe, for Brandon Golden. There's a couple of tactical fouls, it looked like, for DiPiero to fight his way through, and now this is a really dangerous opportunity presented the way of Vistula. Not entirely sure who the yellow was shown to. It could have been a number of red shirts that was shown yellow, and the arguments from the red shirts now, the initial foul that was whistled happened certainly a lot further away from goal than where they've set up the free kick. I think they might have a point about that, but nonetheless, it's going to be a dangerous opportunity either way, and careful what you wish for, because the closer to goal, the more difficult it is to get it over the wall and under the crossbar. That's going to be the challenge for either Kevin Valdivia or Gabriel Costa, the two blue shirts standing over this one. Doesn't look fully like 10 yards, really, and the referee making sure of that. Now the free kick's coming. It's Costa into the wall. And the barrier did its job there. Now the clearance from Dennison. Not quite sure who picked up that yellow card. It's either Dennison or Golden, one of the two center backs, it seemed. As now Montana can lead a charge down the left flank. He's got Traszewski defending him. Has Oberg with him. Here is Curtis Oberg. Feinted the cross and went back into the middle, but is played away brilliantly by Sanchez. And now DiPiero with space again. Here's Costa. Sanchez. In the middle for Chernez. Wanted to find DiPiero, but just too many tight red shirts in that space there. And Oberg can look down the line for Ferrer. Montana and now Purchase. Just played out of a tight situation there, Nyack did. Now Purchase again with space to turn. Wanted the long ball in the direction of Reese, but it's one out of the air by Davis. The turn is Ferrer. Good challenge from Sanchez, but he's going to be whistled for it there. Actually, a little bit too sinister for the referee there. Just a really, really strong challenge. Sanchez had turned his back into Ferrer, and Ferrer took the brunt of it. Nothing malicious in it, but foul given. Ferrer's going to float this one into the box. It falls the way of Leighton Purchase. Could be a chance here for New York Athletic Club, and it's a brilliant finish on the turn from Leighton Purchase, who had a really tight angle. I'm not sure how that squeezed through, but he turned onto his right, struck it across his body, and eventually doubled the lead for the home side. 55th minute. It's 2-0 now to New York Athletic Club. Could be a mountain to climb for the visitors now. It was a hopeful ball at best that found a good bounce. It was certainly a more difficult chance than the first one Leighton Purchase had, and just on the turn, struck it into the bottom corner. Nothing the goalkeeper Munoz could do about it. A chance taken well, and doubling the lead now for New York Athletic Club. It's 2-0 on Travers Island. If this result holds, it would be a very welcome one for the home side. As far as the league goes, across the last season into the current season, they've lost 5 straight. This will be their first win since April 27th for New York Athletic Club. A 1-0 win away at Richmond County. "30 minutes and change, a little more than a half hour for the visitors to claw their way back into this one. Like I said, they were down 3-0 to New York International before coming back and narrowly losing that game 3-2. I think the intent is here with this pending substitution for the visitors. It's player coach Christopher Kars, who's on his way in, the reigning top scorer in the APSL Metropolitan Division. For a team that struggled to defend goals, they certainly got plenty from this man. 19 in 2024-25. Second across the APSL, first in the Metropolitan Division. He's going to be coming in for Gabriel Costa in the attacking midfield role. Second to only Ridge Robinson of the Westchester Predators in the Delaware River Conference. He scored 28 goals through his season. That's tough to beat, but in the very packed Metropolitan Conference, 19 goals was enough to beat out the likes of James Thristino with 18 for New York Pancyprian Freedoms. It's a long throw, eventually cleared away. He's not just the player coach of this APSL team, he's also an important youth coach for SC Vistula, which has in the past few years partnered with the Youth Development Powerhouse and the Players Development Academy, PDA, of New Jersey. Through from Mulhare. Can he keep that one in play? He has done, but Chris Kondratowicz was there in recovery to clear it out. And now another corner, fourth for New York Athletic Club. Substitution pending for the home side as well. It's going to be the end of Enrique Montana's day. Showed some signs of brilliance on the left wing, the former Clemson man, and now coming in is going to be Sean Kane in his place. Also pending a sub is Will Pierce, but he's going to wait for the next opportunity, it seems. It's going to be a Mulhare outswinger again from the corner. One out of the air by Kozdron. And there is the substitute, Christopher Kars. His first touch of the ball there. Kozdron trying to get it out of the danger, and Reese going to be whistled for the foul. And I think going into the book now will be Humbert Ferrer for the antics after the whistle, just kicking the ball away. It's the second New York Athletic Club player to go into the book, where we still don't have the identity of that first one. He joins either Brandon Golden or Jacob Dennison, one of the two center backs, as Kars flicks this one in for Valdivia. He thought about it for a moment. Still Valdivia, who fires and scores. It's a brilliant finish, and they're halfway back. Went around a couple of red shirts, Kevin Valdivia did, and tucked it into the corner and might have taken a deflection on the way through. Just like that, lead cut in half, game back on Travers Island. It's 2-1. Valdivia's first of the season is a pretty one. And still half an hour to go. Got a treat of a match in front of us now, folks. Here's Golden. Early throw down this near side for New York Athletic Club to come. Now in for Kawasmi. Good save from Munoz. The follow-up for Osman is wide. Another really good chance early off the throw. Kawasmi using his body to find a good position, and he struck it well. And the goalkeeper Munoz has been excellent on those clear-cut chances. He's made a number of really big saves to keep his team in it, and that one came at a perfect moment. The response from NY Athletic Club would have been brilliant, but instead Munoz slams the door shut. Chris Kondratowicz. Big switch looking for Trajewski. That one got caught in the sun, and now he's fighting with Sean Kane. And two of them combined, but no foul and an early throw. Kawasmi looking to hold things up. Chernez. And it's kept in off the good ball from Kozjoan. Di Piero looking for Paul Kondratowicz. It's a good ball in behind, but Dimopoulos was there to collect. Goalkeeper had to come off his line. The former NC State and Kalamata goalkeeper and Vasilios Dimopoulos did well there. It's a lovely first-time ball from Purchase into Oberg, who can play Sean Kane down the line. Here's Kane trying to cut in past Trajewski, but there to clean it up was Chernez. And out for another throw. Valdivia stepping into the number 10 role that Gabriel Costa vacated. He seemed to be playing through an injury, and Valdivia's goal came from that position, known as Zone 14. And the attacking midfielders love to feast on second chance opportunities. He thought about it on the first shot, got around a couple defenders for the second, and ended up scoring. It could be a step in the road back. It's a good ball in behind for Kawasmi from Ferrer, but flag is up on the far side. And the substitute that's filled in on the left wing position for Vistula, of course, Christopher Kars. The 19 goals speaks for itself, but the resume as well. The former Rutgers standout, graduated in 2008, was briefly professional with the New York Red Bulls reserves. Played as well with several other semi-professional teams. Jersey Express, a big one in the region, as Mohair can cut into the penalty area. Driven across, Osman was there, but recovering was Kejon Davis to clear, and it's going to be another pair of substitutions to come on for New York Athletic Club as the fifth corner of the contest awaits for the home side. And it's going to be each of the goal scorers coming off now for New York Athletic Club. Nabil Kawasmi is off. Stefanos Andrakis will step into the number 9 role. And Will Pierce comes in attacking midfield. It'll be the end of the afternoon for Leighton Purchase, who, as it stands, has the go-ahead goal. Here's Curtis Oberg's floated ball to the back post. Is that in? It is in! That one's gone all the way around to the back post. It was difficult for the goalkeeper Munoz to deal with. And there's some shouts to the referee from the shirts in blue as to what just happened. Did that go out of play? I think it was Humbert Ferrer who knocked it back across. Stefanos Andrakis with his first touch of the ball. If it wasn't already in, put it in. But it looks like Ferrer is the one claiming it. No complaints from the referees. It's good set piece delivery and an even better work on the end of it. It's the 65th minute to make it 3-1, back in front by 2. It's New York Athletic Club. It's Humbert Ferrer who gets the 65th minute goal. Normally you expect A corner that's played into the 6-yard box that close to the goalkeeper for the goalkeeper to come out and collect it, but that one was hit by Curtis Oberg with such swerve and height that I don't think any goalkeeper could have been expected to deal with that, and it's Ferrer who does well to get on the end of it, just knock it back across. I think it had already crossed the line, but if it hadn't, Stefanos Ondrakis was there to clean it up, and now another 2-goal mountain facing the way of Vistula as it's a lovely turn from Di Piero. He wanted Paul Kondratowicz, but it was cleared away by Dennison. Now floated back in by Trajseski. Reese was there, and now Golden to clear. Ondrakis' fresh legs, just putting Chernes under a bit of pressure now. And looking to switch. Here's Kozhdron. Switching in the direction of the dangerous Christopher Kars. Defended by Reese. The cross in is a good one from Kars, but it was just flicked away. Came off the head of Paul Kondratowicz. There's a number of late arriving blue shirts, Valdivia, as well as Sanchez and Di Piero. All could have been there at the back post for a more favorable bounce. Going short off this restart is Dimopoulos. Trajseski. Looking forward for Paul Kondratowicz, who leaves it for Valdivia. Read well by Dennison. Lovely little turn as well to get out of the danger. And the message from the New York Athletic Club players, can we keep it? It's about maintaining possession, maintaining order now as Mulher fights for a loose ball in the middle. Valdivia instead for Vistula, and now Sanchez with some space forward. Looking through for Di Piero, just too tight of a needle to thread, and that one goes all the way through to the goalkeeper, Dimopoulos. Trajseski wins that one out of the air, and Munoz is going to have to come and clean up the second. Now Mulher in the middle. Osman brought down. Here's Pierce. Ball forward from Dennison in the direction of Ondrakis. The fresh legs, very apparent from the substitute forward. Puts Davis under pressure, and now it's going to be a difficult throw-in out of their own end to deal with how relentless the pressure from New York Athletic Club has been since the start of the second half, really, but especially since the substitutes have come on. Munoz looking long. Di Piero, the target. One out of the air by Golden. Sean Kane looking to turn, and throws come back his way. There will be a change to come for the home side. It's going to be a swap of the center backs. Frank Shkreli will come in, the former Baruch captain. He replaces Jacob Dennison. Oh, lovely turn from Ferrer, and a fire from Ferrer is saved from Munoz. A little flick to get around Chernes and hit it on the half volley as well, but Munoz was equal to it. He's had to make a number of those saves today. It's going to be the sixth corner now for New York Athletic Club. Oberg put in a lovely ball onto the head of Ferrer for the third goal of the contest. Back into a dangerous area, cleared away by Cars. It's going to be a change at the right back position. Yannick Reese's hard-working day is done. It's going to be a 71st minute change on the right side of defense for New York Athletic Club. Early ball coming in, collected by Munoz. Shkreli has no problem winning the second ball out of the air. Vasilios Dimopoulos coming out to collect. Looked like it would have been a bit of danger there. Valdivia had space to run in behind. So early ball finds Will Pierce. Bouncing with Ferrer and now looking for Mulher, but Christopher Cars recovered and won it. Mulher thought about it. Now for Osman. Osman served to the back post for Kane, but he can't corral it, and that one goes out again. Changes, one coming for each side. Looks like Paul Lee will enter for Paul Kondratowicz at the striker position for the visitors. So they've got about 17 minutes plus stoppage time. More Farouk Osman will come off for the home side. Looks like it's an entirely new right side of the field for the home team. Chris Wacon will take over at right back. I believe that's Shane Reed who takes over on the right wing position. Forward in the path of Kane. It's a good ball from Ferrer. The burners turn on from Kane, but Traszewski does well in recovery. Now Valdivia on the ball from Kozhdron with space. Paul Lee has gone over to the left wing position. Chris Cars playing now through the middle of the attack for Vistula as they need to start throwing things at the wall. Kozhdron. Launch forward. Cars flicks it for Lee. Flag is down. Vistula to an attacking position now. The cross looking back for Cars is cleared away by Frank Shkreli. Here's Pierce. Will Pierce, the former Sacred Heart man from Australia. 58 games as well as 48 starts in his NCAA Division I career, adding a litany of experience to this New York Athletic Club midfield from the bench. Here's Kane. Under pressure from a number of blue shirts. Now Kozdrawn can play away from Golden. But Golden continues his run and forces the visitors back a little bit more, but only for the moment. Here's Valdivia. Defended well by Jack Mulhare. Honest competition between those two, and it's going to be a throw to the visitors. Here's Di Piero looking for Sanchez, but just couldn't link up with his fellow midfielder. The clearance is deflected by Di Piero. Thought about a shot, and this time he lets one go, but easy pickings for Dimopoulos. Andrakis called for the foul. Kozdrawn the guilty party. Early switch from Oberg. Cross coming in back in the direction of the goal, just trickles out in the air. It's going to be a goal kick. And it'll be the final substitution of the afternoon for the home side. Kevin Davis will come in at the left back position. The Manhattanville assistant replaces Curtis Oberg, who gets the assist on that third goal. And if that third goal doesn't go in, this game not only looks different because it's 2-1 rather than 3-1, but imagine what that would have done for Vistula and their confidence in this game, having clawed back just a goal. But the response from New York Athletic Club was brilliant. That's a lovely line-splitting ball from Pierce. Kane turning. Just lost possession there. Here's Lee. Early cross deflected by Golden, but it falls to Di Piero. Chance could still be alive here. Di Piero trying to get it back in, but Davis deflected it away. It's going to be the first corner for Vistula. This looks like it's going to be the final substitution for the visitors now. Entering the match will be Jeffrey Castillo, Igor Traszewski, formerly of FC Macedonia and Polonia Wallington, with a great blue-collar performance. He's off. Had his hands full today, both in midfield and defense. Cross from Lee. Only gets to the near post, but falls back to the corner kick taker. Defended by Davis, driven back in. Pierce was the first one there. Sanchez can keep it alive. His ball deflected by Mulhare. It was Castillo's first touch of the match. It's Chernez. Chris Kondratowicz, who's staying forward to bring an aerial threat. Cars now into the penalty area. Cross back for Valdivia. He got ahead to it, but couldn't redirect it strong enough back on frame, and Dimopoulos is out to collect. Dispossessed Sean Kane there. Now Paul Lee gonna let one go from distance. Deflected by Golden. Mulhare can play for Pierce. Now an early ball. Had a couple of runners, but didn't catch it the way he wanted to. Now the other way for Vistula. Munoz does well to avoid the pressure from Andrakis, but it's still a 2v4 in their own half and making it look a little bit more difficult than perhaps it should. Vistula now getting out of the danger, and Kondratowicz launches it forward. Here's Castillo. It's a 4v4 if they hurry. Crossed to the back post. Davis there to clear. Di Piero defended well by Davis, and his clearance does enough to get rid of the danger, and that's going to stay in play all the way till midfield. Cosdron. Valdivia. Good turn from Kevin Valdivia. The cross in is deflected away again by Golden. Mulher avoids the challenge brilliantly of Sanchez. Here's Sean Kane. Defended well by Rob Chernez. And now Cosdron can push it the other way. Good ball for Cars. Early one for Paul Lee. The flag is up, offside. Here's Kane going at Chris Kondratowicz, who does well to recover and concede the corner. Coming over to take the corner kick short is the substitute, Samuka Kennett. His cross now coming in from a different position is cleared away by Cars. Floated back in by Ferrer. Hondrakis was the target, but it doesn't find another player, and out for a goal kick. Samuka Kennett, the Liberian native, made his way to the Bronx in his youth and quickly turned to soccer and found some success in it, Part of the Sueño MLS 2016 finalists with the New York Red Bulls. Now applies his trade at New York Athletic Club in the semi-professional ranks. Here's Kondratowicz. Pushed forward. Here's Di Piero. Cosdron. Early cross. Difficult one at the back post. All the way back is Chris Wacon, and he's happy to concede the corner in the end. Perhaps wasn't sure that he's been alone in his recovery to the ball there, but it is going to be a corner, the second for Vistula. Lee's corner certainly looks better from the opposite side. Vasilios Dimopoulos had a punch. The strike back in from Di Piero, and he got the second one all wrong. The first one came back to his foot and bounced away, just took it off the outside of his boot. A difficult one to deal with. One of the better looks Vistula has had since going down by 2 for the second time today. Paul Lee does well to win the second ball in central midfield. And Sanchez avoids the red shirts beautifully. Floated forward by Cosdron. It's a good ball. Here's Castillo, who wanted it off the volley. And Wacon put his body on the line and might have paid the price. Here's Kenna. And they're going to slow things down as Wacon still in a bit of pain behind the play. It was Castillo who, on the bounce, leapt off his feet to fire a volley, and Wacon got in the way and took the brunt of that and did his duty defensively, but is a bit shaken up as a result. To the 85th minute now, 3-1, New York Athletic Club leads. There's 1-0 at halftime off a goal from the face of Nabil Kawasmi. And they went 2-0 up. It was Leighton Purchase's goal to double the home side's lead. And only for a moment, Kevin Valdivia cut the lead in half just a few minutes later. But the response to conceding was even better from New York Athletic Club. Humbert Ferrer off the Curtis Oberg corner to double the lead again, restore the 2-goal cushion. It's 3-1 to New York Athletic Club, and that scoreline hasn't really looked like changing since about the 65th minute mark. Castillo does well to find Cosjon through the middle. Kane does well to close him out, and now Kevin Davis can launch forward as well, and Cosjon pulls him down. I think we're going to see a card come out of the pocket for him. It's going to be the second yellow issued against Vistula. It's a great hustle from Kevin Davis out of the left back position to come and win that. Not only is it a yellow card earned against the opposition, but it's a chance to slow things down and maybe even add another. It's a good crossing position for New York Athletic Club now. Cosjon has been a jack of all trades, as he often is for Vistula in midfield, but it's Farrow's looking to goal with it. It's not the first time we've seen a cheeky attempt at goal rather than the service in. That one just trickles wide. There's Rob Chernez. Jonathan Sanchez. Cosjon, the target, defended by Ferrer. Driven back in and collected well by Dimopoulos. Long ball won in midfield by Mulher, but took that one off the forearm. It is a handball. Launched forward for Cars, who flicks it for Castillo. It's a good ball from Chernez. Castillo's got to cross this one in. Cars was the target. Davis to clear. Falls now for Cosjon. Floated back in. Paul Lee the target this time. It was Brandon Golden to win it away. Valdivia can't bring it down, and it's Will Pierce who uses his body to shield the ball to safety. Wanted the long ball for Sean Kane, but Nicolas Cosjon closed it down. It's been a hard-working game in midfield from Cosjon. Castillo wanted the cross again. It's defended by Wacon. And again, knocked out by Wacon for a throw. Just about 2 minutes and stoppage time separating us from the final whistle here at Travers Island. It's been a comprehensive performance from the home side today. That one's flicked on off of the head of the defender, and it will be another corner for Vistula. Paul Lee's outswinger. Cars got ahead to it, but couldn't get enough of it. Cosjon will strike it. It never looked like scoring from there. That one goes wayward out towards the corner. Goal kick. Here's Davis. And that was Kejon Davis who came up to cut that one out away from Sean Kane.
Come on, guys, let's go.
Here's Andrakis. Defended well by Kejon Davis. Andrakis is going to be whistled for the foul there. Sending numbers forward again are the visitors. Chernez's ball in the direction of Lee. It's Wacon to win out of the air. Samuka Kennett recovers. Davis wins the second ball. Cosjon. Davis again. Here's Lee. In the direction of Cars. He got a touch to it, but couldn't bring it down, and collected again by Dimopoulos. Nearly an errant ball from Dimopoulos, but it just evaded the foot of Gabe DiPiero. Could have been a real chance for the visitors there. For Pierce, forward for Kenna. Flag is down. Now we can overlap as well to Mulher. We're past the 90 minutes. Mulher into the penalty area. Still Mulher trying to cross it back in, but he ran out of room. It is a goal kick. The message from the referees on the pitch, we're 3 minutes of added on time. We'll see just how much added time we do get. Is there a final punch from the visitors as they look to come back into this lead? Cars back across for Valdivia. It was a lovely ball again from Kozdron. Just one final pass away from finding their second goal. Dimopoulos going to send his numbers forward again. Player coach has done well in goal. Hasn't really had too many difficult ones to deal with outside of some crosses to collect, but when he's been needed, he stepped up. Just the one tally from Kevin Valdivia. He joins Paul Kondratowicz as the only goal scorer for Vistula this season. 3 different goal scorers today for Nyack. The ball is won out of the air brilliantly by Frank Shkreli, who's come in and done a good job in relief at the center of defense. Here's Humbert Ferrer, who's alongside Jack Mulher, has been really instrumental to pulling the strings in midfield tonight. Davis bounces, looking for Ferrer. It's won by Kijan Davis. Again for Ferrer. Still trying to corral possession in midfield. Ball's pinballing around there. Davis can play for Samuka Kene. Wanted to go for a flick into the direction of Ferrer, but instead Chernez launches forward. And DiPiero, he's got Cars to his right. He uses him. Cars in a crossing position. Back to Valdivia was there, but all the way to the other corner. Here's Lee. Cross back into the mixer. Cars are covering late. Couldn't get that back on frame. There's Kane forward from Mulher. This is lovely stuff from the captain. And wanted to put a 1-on-1 in behind for Samuka Kene, but it was Davis who did well out of the air again. And that is the 3 minutes of added time. That is full time. Our final score at Travers Island. It's the home side New York Athletic Club picking up their first win of the 25-26 season. Their first win since April 27th of 2025. 3-1 over SC Vistula Garfield. Nabil Kawasmi got us started in the first half with a goal off of his face. Leighton Purchase made it 2-0 in the second half. It was briefly 2-1. Kevin Valdivia scored, but the 2-goal lead was restored, and that would bring us to the finish off the head of Humbert Ferrer, a lovely corner from Curtis Oberg. That is our final score at Travers Island. It's New York Athletic Club 3, SC Vistula Garfield 1. We'll be back with a word from a member of New York Athletic Club in just a moment. Stay with us.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Final score at Travers Island: New York Athletic Club 3, SC Vistula Garfield 1. James Burley here with Leighton Purchase, got the second goal. Had a couple of good chances to score, but finally found it on that turn. Just tell me what was going on in your head during that goal.
Yeah, we were fighting the whole time. They're a tough team. It took a while to break them, but once we did, I think we proved that we were the better team in the end. So we just needed that break, and everyone was working hard from the back to the front. So I was happy with the result.
Early days in 2025-26, but it's the first win of the season. Just how's that feel for the confidence of the group?
It's good. We started off slow, a couple tough matches. We needed to win. The message today was just score more goals than them, so we did that.
And speaking of scoring more goals, it was a little touch and go there with their second or their first goal, I should say. 2-1, but then you restored the 2-goal advantage right after. What's that say about the character of this group to restore that 2-goal lead so quickly?
It's good. We're just a lot of guys still getting to know each other, but fighting for each other. Everyone's fighting for each other. The men to the left and right of them, so it shows we got some character. A lot more to prove later on this year, yeah.
An important 3 points for New York Athletic Club. The final score from Travers Island, 3-1 to the home side over SC Vistula Garfield. I've been James Burley, Brian Barral behind the camera. Thank you so much for joining us on Game and Frame.